Hi, my brothers. Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully everybody's doing good. If you could see me, let me know. If you can hear me, let me know as well. I'm pretty excited about this video because I've been getting this question lately. I got a question by one of you guys just a couple of days ago regarding a couple of other things. It was a multiple questions, so I'm going to address that in multiple different videos. But I also got into a conversation and work with someone about this topic. Really cool guy. I talk to him all the time. Like, the dude is actually pretty funny. And comes to find out that he's a felon. He served time in jail. And he told me the story about it. And I thought it was kind of, you guys know when some people go to jail for stupid things that could have potentially been eliminated, and it shouldn't have not even been there. And the funny thing is that when you talk to him, he tells you straight out, man, I can't believe I went to jail for this. It was totally my fault, and it was stupid. And it was some things that happened with the police too. It was kind of a messed up situation. Obviously I got his story. I'm sure there's more stories to the story. We used to say in the Marine Corps, there's always three sides of the stories: yours, mine, and what really happened. But again, let me address some of the comments here before I get into that. Big shout out to Eric Chance. Big shout out to you, sir. All you guys are great. Mateo is in the house. Willie, Big Mo, Richard, Dropey Dome Trip. All you guys are in the house. Check it out. Roman Hector's in the house too. I'm gonna be doing a couple of live streams in the next couple of days because my computer editing software broke and I can't figure it out. So until then, I'm gonna be streaming here in the channel until I figure out how to fix that. I better figure it out because that editing is really complicated. I finally know how to use it, and I don't want to learn again a different program. So if you want to support the channel, like the video. I appreciate when you like the video. Obviously, if you want to become a patron, you could do that. There's a couple of patrons here in the channel, in the chat. We got Big Mo, I think is out there. Chance. A couple of other guys are out there. I think I saw somebody else from the patrons. So again, I appreciate you guys' support. You guys know that I really appreciate that. So check it out real quick. Can a felons own guns? And this is a question that, like I said, one of you guys asked me, and I got that conversation with one of you guys at work. And there has been a lot of videos here on the internet with a lot of bigger channels saying, hey, you know what? Go ahead and ask your favorite YouTuber, or go ahead and ask some of the YouTubers that you watch about this topic. And here's my idea about it, or here's my comment about this. And obviously once the video processes, because the comments will disappear, you could come back and put comments again if you want to continue the conversation. But my idea is yes, once you serve your time in jail and you get your rights reinstated, why not? Again, if you made a mistake, everybody makes mistakes in life. Some of you guys make worse mistakes than others, but everybody makes mistakes, right? So if you make a mistake and something bad happened and you have to do some time, and then you know what, you were a young kid or whatever, you made a mistake and then you grow up from that, and again, why not? Why you should not get your rights back? So I'm definitely in agreement with that. So again, maybe you went to the bar and you got into a fight, you punch a guy in the face, you went to jail, blah 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 blah, you serve your time, year, 2 year, whatever it is, you're gonna come back. You should get your rights reinstated because you already served the time, you already served the punishment, so you should get that reinstated. Now, in the same boat, here's the deal. If you are a felon that did something horrific, I don't really think, and again, some of you guys may disagree with me, I don't really think you should get your rights back. I really don't. I mean, again, if you're a dude that rape 3-4 girls, you kill like a couple of kids, and you murder a bunch of different guys, it's my idea that you should be in jail forever and ever. I mean, I said that. Some of you guys agree, disagree. Let me know what you think on that. I mean, you're just unreliable. If you killed 2 guys and raped 3 girls, I mean, it's kind of hard to come back from that. It really is hard. So I gotta be careful when it comes to this topic, because there, a lot of times we talk about, well, what about if you serve your time? There is time that you're gonna have to serve forever, and that's just how it is. Again, I'm in agreement that if you make a mistake or whatever, you know, you did something horrible, or you committed a crime, you get your rights reinstated. I'm in agreement with that. But there is a period. We see some crazy stuff going on. I mean, if you murdered 10 kids, do you get your rights back? You're probably going to have to be in jail forever. So here's the deal. It's a difficult situation. Really it's a difficult situation, and it's a subject topic what we're talking about here. Everyone deserves a second chance in a way. You know, I'm a believer, and I really think that everybody deserves a second chance. But to me, there is more to the conversation. There's more to the conversation than just, you know, you came out of there and that's it. There's more to the conversation. I saw, you know, I talked to a guy today that this person that he knows was, you know, went to jail again for committing a horrible crime, you know, horrible crime where somebody got killed, and it's his third chance. So what about that? Let me go jump here in the comments. This guy's his third chance. I mean, third time that he goes through this. This last time just happened in the last couple of months. He's actually going to jail because somebody actually got killed. So again, you know, how many chances is enough chances? How many chances is enough chances? And what's the degree of the punishment? That's kind of like my take on it. Let me see some of you guys comment. Again, you know, I talked to this guy at work, and this guy is a tree climber, and that's what he does for a living. And I mean, the guy's hilarious. You know, he has a speaker on his car. Oh, he runs like 3-4 trucks, and every time he comes to work, he says Elvis have entered the building. I mean, it's hilarious. You know, when he leave the parking lot, he said Elvis have left the building. I mean, the guy has like sideburns coming down, like kind of like Elvis. It's funny dude. He went to jail, did some time, and just the other day when we got into the conversation, he was like, hey, the only thing that I have is a knife. I don't have a way to defend myself. You know, guys like that, I'm like, cool. But then there's all the guys that got caught 2-3 times, like the guy that I was talking to, 3 times. And this time he's actually going to go to jail for a long time for actually somebody got murdered. So it's a really interesting conversation to have, because everybody deserves a second chance, but some guys are pushing it. And some guys are committing really horrible crimes. So again, let's go back to the guy in Texas that killed a bunch of people there. Again, you know, I mean, obviously he would have been in jail for a long time. But there's guys that killed 3-4 guys and they come out of jail after 30, 40 years. I mean, should they get a gun again? Really bad situation to be. So I'm not ignoring some of the comments here. Let me check some of the comments here. I know some of you guys are gonna blast me. Some of you guys may not blast me. Let's see. Wicked. Wilkins in the house said violent felons need to be looked at. Not all felons are created equal. Yeah, that was just the point that I was making right now with this guy, the Elvis guys that go to my job all the time. Not all felons are created equal. Totally in agreement with that. And you know what? When you hear the story of this guy, I was actually listening to his story. I mean, it's pretty stupid how he became a felon. You know, obviously, and you know, real quick, I'll tell the story. Apparently, he was at a bar having some drinks. He got into an argument with somebody because his girlfriend or some girl. They always got to be a girl. And when he walked outside, he got confronted by the police. The police told him to, according to him, obviously, told him to get on the floor. It was raining, so, you know, he'd been drinking. So he was like, hey, I don't want to get on the floor. I'm going to get all wet. I'm going to get dirty. I got my clothes. Next thing you know, the cops put him in the ground. He got into a fight with the cops. Bad idea. Apparently, they put him inside the car, the police car. He was drunk, so he started kicking the doors and the windows and all that. Next thing you know, he became a felon. And here's the thing about this. That same story that I just told you, we deal with Marines in the Marine Corps that did that all the time. They were drunk. They got upset. They got put in handcuffs. They kicked the door of the car. They may punch one of the MPs or something like that. Some of those guys really didn't become felons out of that. You know, nothing really happened. But again, you know, in this guy's situation, according to his story, remember his story, He became a felon. He served some time. He took the deal they gave him, and now he lost his right. You know, I told him that he needs to reappeal whatever it is in order to get his rights back. So obviously you have that guy, and now you have guys that have murdered people multiple times, like the guy that I was just talking about, right? So yeah, no, not all felons are created equal. I totally agree with that. Mateo says, if you have served your time and you were released back into society, all your rights should have been reinstating. We can say if I have been arrested for a felony, not convicted, but okay, got it. Let me see some. Put some of the comments here. I'm gonna read some of the comments. My life is a meme. Says, what's up, man? Stephen P says, some people are wrongly accused, and under circumstances they are better off taking a plea deal. I mean, that's pretty much a different topic to this conversation, but yeah, I totally agree with that. Some people take a lot of deals, and next thing you know, you don't even know what you're serving time with, because there are so many deals and so many things that you could take regarding that. You know, what about people who are convicted as juveniles? Again, you know what? Here's the deal. Here's the deal. What I've been saying for the last 11 minutes. Here's the deal. If you do your time and you come out of jail, your rights should be reinstated. That's my take on it. Now, with that being said, just like Wicked says, he said not all felonies are different. There's other felonies that, in my opinion, we need to take a closer look. Again, if you murder a person, you murder 2-3 people, and there's people like that serving 40 years and you come out of jail, I think, is my opinion, that we should take a closer look to people like that, and specifically what they did in jail, or how they finish their time in jail. Some people may, and here's the deal, some people may go to jail, may have killed a person, may have killed two persons, may have found Jesus, may have done perfectly good timing for the last 20 years, and you could potentially prove that they did really, really well, and they turned their life around to be people, and to kind of walk away from that. Again, there's too much conversation. Some people may come out of jail, just because they did their time and they murder a person. They serve 15 years. Nowadays, they may serve less, and really didn't really pretty much coming out of jail to do the same thing that we're doing, 15 years before that. So that's kind of my take on it. Let me see some of you guys' comments over here, so I don't have to disagree. Wicked says, some people should never be released from prison. The system is completely broken. I totally agree with that, especially some of the guys that come out of prison and then they face reality, and many of those people may have been forced to go back into like what they were doing, just because the plain simple factor that you can't find a job. I mean, I can't even really find a job here that makes decent money, and I'm not a felon. So imagine if you're a felon. But at the same time, there's guys that got to be go-getters, and there's guys that need to work really hard. I go back to this guy, the Elvis guys. I mean, he runs a tree company, and I tell you what, man, he runs for like 3-4 trucks. He has a good 10 guys working for him, so he has to be doing pretty decent. Stephen P says, what I mean is people taking a deal when they are innocent and lose rights because of it. Yeah, man, again, that's a sucky situation. That's a really bad situation. Many people take deals just because they don't want to go to court. And, I mean, that's just a horrible situation, man. It sucks. It's not much more you can say about that. Christopher says, I thought no felons can own a gun. Only if you serve in the military, your gun rights can be taken from you. What we're talking about here, Christopher, is the simple fact that if you serve time and you become a felon, you cannot own the gun. But at one point, your rights could be reinstated. I got another guy that I talk to all the time. I mean, once a week. Awesome dude, man. We always talk about our children. He has a little daughter. I think she's like 9 or 10. And the dude just got surgery, and me and him always talking about cars and different things. He's a felon too, and we were actually talking about having his rights reinstated. Again, you have to go through a process in order to be able to do that. But the question is, should you get your rights reinstated? And we've been talking about different felonies. We've been talking about yes, no, and things like that. 2016 Roll King is in the house. What's up, sir? I hope you're doing good. You're awesome, by the way. All right, so put some comments up here if you want me to read your comment. I'm about to cut this short, but I wanted to address this question because people been asking me. People been asking me this question, and I know there's a lot of strong feelings about this one. Really strong feelings about this one, and I have my opinions as well too. Really have my opinions as well too. Let's see. RYU250 says, I know a guy that owes child support and he was rejected for CCW, but he gets to keep. Oh, I didn't know that. I guess you could be rejected for owing child support. I mean, you know what? That's a totally different conversation again. I think concealed carry permits are just crap. It's just another way for the government to take your money. I mean, there are so many licenses, fishing, hunting, concealed carry permit, tolls, all that we talk about here in the channel. I mean, all those are, in my opinion, are systems to take your money away. I mean, even to the point of taxes in your property taxes. I mean, you tell me that I got to pay this house for 30 years, and after 30 years, I got to continue to pay you taxes? I already pay taxes on the house. So all those systems, in my opinions, are just systems in place in order to take your money away from you. That's just my opinion about that. Gary said, my buddy owes child support. He can't get a Illinois fishing license. Wow, man, I didn't know that. Look at that. So, yeah, RYU says child support is no joke. Wicked said that that is an out of control government. Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, if you get divorced, you're gonna be in a lot of trouble. So here's the deal. I appreciate everybody's comment, and I appreciate the support. I wanted to address this question, so I wanted to be really clear on this, just in case there's any drama. I definitely think that if you serve your time, you should be reinstated. I definitely think that, I mean, you did your time, you came out of there, you should be reinstated, especially some of these felonies that are stupid. Things that, you know what, you know, some guys were talking about juvenile, some guys were talking like the guy, a buddy of mine that I taught to work all the time. I mean, it was stupid. And he tells you, you know, he said, look, I was stupid, man. I was a young kid. I got drunk. I should have never got into a fight at that situation. So definitely stupid. He should, you know, he served his time. I mean, he's a good member of society. He's back to work. He runs a business. He does good. He should be reinstated. Now, there's all the cases out there that we really got to think about this. You know, there's guys that have multiple felonies. There's guys that have been given a second chance. You know, like I was talking about that other guy that me and this guy were talking at work today. This guy being arrested, I think this is his third time. And this third time, he's going for actually a murder case. Somebody got murdered out of that. I don't know all the details. But again, you know, chance after chance after chance. Guys like that, you know, how many chances can you be given? You know, and then again, we're talking about guys that could have murdered people. I mean, we're talking about horrific crimes. I mean, what do you think? You rape 3 girls, you kill 2 guys, and then you come out. You know, my opinion is simple. I think you should be in jail forever. If you rape a bunch of little kids and kill 2 people, whatever, if you murder people, I think you should serve hard time and be in jail for a long time, especially if you rape a kid or something like that. Man, I have no patience for people molesting children and things like that. I mean, that's just horrific. Give your life to Christ, because I got to tell you, that's the only one that is going really going to stick out for you, because that's a horrific crime. So again, I wanted to make that video, kind of talk to you guys. I'm gonna read a couple comments here, and then I'm gonna cut it loose. Tony Hawk says, I agree with you 100%. All right, so and Mateo, Christopher Ferrer, Ward. All right, got it. All right, guys. So appreciate everybody watching. Let me know what you think. Again, once this video process, go up there, put a comment. We'll continue the conversation as always. So I appreciate the support. Stay tuned, because we got a ton of videos coming up. Hopefully I could fix my computer pretty soon, and I could get back to editing videos. I should get it fixed by today or something. I just got to work on that. So again, I appreciate your support. Stay tuned for more videos, and as always, gotta stay in control.